So the other night, I was just minding my own business, doing some AFK training in the evening, and getting ready to head to bed, when someone posted this message in my clan chat. At first, I didn't really think that much about it, and people know that I normally play my hardcore Iron Man, so I don't really pay any attention to the economy on the main game aside from when I'm splitting items from raids in Theater of Blood. After a few minutes though, I got curious and decided to look it up and see if he was telling the truth, and to my surprise, red spider eggs had changed in price a lot. Now, the first thing I saw when I opened the page for red spider eggs is that they had actually gone up an insane amount. 140% in just the last month alone. When you look at the 3 and 6 month changes, you can see where the price really started increasing. So somewhere in the last 3 months, something crazy happened and red spider eggs have gone up just a crazy amount because it's about the same as they were 6 months ago. So this makes sense for an item that might have some new uses, but this isn't a weapon, it isn't an armor set. This is an item that nearly 1 million of them are bought and sold every day, or over 1 million on some days. So why is this increase happening now? I also decided to check the price of super restores, because that's what secondary red spider eggs are made into. So I figured if red spider eggs had gone up in price, super restores have probably gone up in price too. And I took a look at them, and they haven't gone up in price nearly as much, but they have increased in price. Now, there is a new boss coming out, the Nightmare. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it. And it wouldn't be particularly unusual for supplies to spike a bit before it came out. But I checked other potions, and it was really just super restores that had gone up, and nothing else. My first thought was that maybe tons of NMZ bots that were buying red spider eggs got banned. Jagex does tend to focus on one area of the game at a time when banning bots, so this was a strong possibility. I was almost certain this was the case, but then I went to actually check the NMZ reward shop because I wanted to see if, well, hey, if red spider eggs are going up, maybe some of the other stuff in here is going up too, and that would lead to my theory most likely being correct. Then I had an epiphany. If you just take a look in the NMZ shop, you'll notice one big thing that kind of pokes a hole in my theory. There are no red spider eggs in the NMZ reward shop. Some of you guys probably were already aware of this, but this happened back on July 4th, 2018, when the boss Sarachnis came out. Jagex thought that Sarachnis would provide enough red spider eggs, and a lot of people would be killing it in order to increase the value, but not continue to bring in as many red spider eggs as NMZ was bringing in. On screen right now, you're going to see every single way of obtaining red spider eggs, aside from just picking them up and getting them from Sarachnis. Sarachnis really isn't that good for red spider eggs either, because it's a 1 in 20 chance for 100 red spider eggs, meaning you might get 1 or 2 of those per hour. Still not very many. You can get like, I think 300 or 400 just picking them up off the ground. So when Jagex removed the ability to buy these from Nightmare Zone for mains, they removed the vast majority of the red spider eggs coming into the game, and I don't think they realized how much of an impact that would actually have. While this was their original intention, I don't think they expected it to actually have quite as much impact as it did. Because we can go back and look at the original chart now and find the date that the red spider eggs were actually removed from NMZ, and then look at the price increase since then. Luckily for us, July 4th was about 6 months ago. If you take a look, the first month doesn't really seem like too much happened. There was a massive dip in the price of red spider eggs around late August, which is also around the time that 4 million of them were sold, so someone probably dumped a lot of their NMZ points around then. But immediately after that is when this increase starts to happen, and it starts to happen pretty dramatically. Around mid-October, the item just started spiking like crazy, and it just has continued to overall trend upwards since then. Increasing at this point of, honestly, a very, very large amount every day. I mean, an item increasing 5 to 10% every day when it's traded in quantities of over 1 million is a pretty ridiculous amount. And I don't think this trend is going to change very much, and super restores are just going to reach an insanely high price if there aren't new ways of them being introduced into the game sometime soon. So I think that's it. I think we pretty much figured it out. I was stumped at first, but I think the answer is really simple, although a bit ironic. In an attempt to control the flow of red spider eggs coming into the game, Jagex removed the main way people were getting them, which was NMZ, leaving only the few places left that I just showed. However, with NMZ no longer bringing them into the game, there's an insanely high demand for this item since it's used for a very common potion, so much so that they're likely being used up faster than players are actually bringing them in. So Jagex worked so hard to come up with some sort of solution for the item being too common, and now they've made the item too rare. Not that many people are killing the bosses that drop these items, and even if they were being camped on every world, they're dropped in such a small quantity compared to just how many superstores are being used or created on a daily basis, that I wouldn't actually be surprised if we start seeing an increase in bots not only killing these bosses, since they're fairly simple and profitable, but just seeing bots looting the red spider eggs or doing spidines in the Tower of Life, because red spider eggs are just so much less common than they used to be. I know this isn't my normal type of video, but I just found this situation to be pretty interesting and was wondering if you guys thought the same. If you've noticed any other items that have increased in price like this, or times when Jagex has made updates that have kind of backfired, let me know down in the comments. Maybe I'll end up making more videos like these in the future, because I genuinely found this one pretty interesting to make, and I enjoy looking into stuff like this. Either way, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because it helps my videos get seen by more people, and I'll catch you guys all later.
Choke you down just